Welcome to the family affair. This is the time where everybody in the family comes around and you got the one cousin with the newest J's on. It's like, man, the J's just came out, man. Where you get these from? Oh, and then they don't ever want to tell you. Oh, I got them from hey man, don't worry about where I got them from, little nigga. When you do the little play fighting with the cousins you haven't seen in a while, and it's always the one aunt that it's a lot of, how can I put it? It's a lot of ones in the family. You got the one cousin who gotta have like the freshest clothes on. You got the other cousin who then converted to Islam, and he when he comes around, everybody just kind of like looks at him. You got the one aunt with the good greens, and then you got grandma always cooking the good macaroni and cheese, but she don't put enough cheese in that shit. It's like, come on, grandma. Now everybody getting together today. You got to put some cheese in that shit. Dear Love, episode 19. Now, I get it. I get it. Everyone feels like the perfect get together would be watching Soul Food, and everybody's like that, and family, everybody has an issue, and this person's mad at Susie. Not with my family. When we get together, it's an event, man. Especially if it's at grandma's house. We in the backyard, we barbecuing, the music is playing. But you got two different sides of the family, and it's like two different sides of the family, literally. This is the side where, grandma cooks and the aunts all pitch in and the cousins play football. And then this side of the family, you got the aunt who always trying to figure out or be in somebody's business, and the grandmother just chilling. She don't really cook shit. She just buying food from like a place and putting it in those styrofoam boxes. And then all of your cousins sell drugs. Yeah. Drug cousins. So, and then there's you. You're stuck in like between the two families, and you got to kind of, act a certain way with this one and act a certain way with that one. But everybody always has the part where it's like, I kind of mess with this side of the family just a little bit more. This side is kind of like rough around the edges. We're not really going to, touch that side. But that's when the family reunions come into play, because some families get both sides of the families. Hey, everybody bring everybody's family. We just have a big old family thing. But then you got the families where it's like, okay, you can bring this person, but don't bring that person, because I heard she slept with Ray Ray, and Ray Ray's wife, Tasha, didn't know. It's just always this is why family reunions don't usually always work. Because somebody don't like somebody else, or somebody's going to turn their nose up at a family member, and yeah, it just doesn't turn out right. But it's a good thing when everybody could come together as a collective and kick it. The only problem is, like I said, it's always some people who mess with some, and then you got the one person who wants to be funny acting. It's a lot with these families, man. So let's take mines. We went to Alabama one year. We actually rode the Greyhound. How old? I had to be like 9. I don't even remember how old I was. But we rode the Greyhound down. So we get to the spot. What was I think it's called La Quinta Inns or La Quinta. I can't remember the name of the hotel. And my aunt gets off. She said, "Oh, this one of our cool days." It was 115 degrees. How in the hell is that a cool day? I'm from Cleveland, okay? And 115 degrees means stay under the house. So I'm like, okay, it's hot as hell. Good thing I packed like shorts and stuff like that. We knew we was coming to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? But I went with the cousins I always kick it with. And once you get around the aunties, you're not always around. You're always going to be up to no good. That's just how it goes. So everybody gets into their rooms. My dad and my mom has a room. Of course, me and my sister are roomed with them. I can't remember who my cousin was room with, but you know, that type of stuff doesn't matter because you know we all gonna get together and we gonna tear this shit up. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you're probably thinking like, tear the shit up, it's not really gonna be that crazy. Yeah, it is. I'm talking about we tore the whole hotel up. When I tell you we were filling up buckets of ice from the little thing in the hallways, you know, this is where you get the ice from. We getting ice, we throwing them at doors, we knocking on people's doors and running. Securities, I mean, we did everything possible to tear that shit up. Did we get in trouble? Of course we did, but it's the family reunion, so you know they're not gonna really whoop nobody. I mean, that would be stupid. And then we could just go tell our aunts that we only see once a year, like, mommy whooped me. And they're going to say, why would you do that? Then we'll do the little devious smile. So there's really no need to really take it there. So just let us tear this shit up and everybody go back to where they need to go back to at the end of this. And you know what our reason for tearing the shit up was? We from Cleveland. We got to represent, you know, we the Cleveland Browns, just all type of shit, man. Like, we whatever Cleveland represented, and we tearing this place up. That's just how we looked at it. But again, we definitely paid for it when we got back to Cleveland. But that's another story. But it's like, you know, looking at our uncles, like, whose side y'all on? Like, y'all some snitches. Like, they were part of the reason we got in trouble. You always got the uncle who just feel like, oh, we must do the right thing at all times. Like he wasn't a kid before. Like he never stole a bag of chips or a toothbrush. Yeah, I don't really know anyone who stole a toothbrush. But everybody has that uncle. He just feel like he got a tail. So my cousin actually stood up to him this year. So he said something like, y'all ain't supposed to be doing that. He said, man, shut your old ass up. I said, whoa, okay. I didn't sign up for this type of gangster stuff. Like, it's one thing to throw ice at people and kick doors and laugh. And it's a whole nother world when you tell your uncle to shut your old ass up. I mean, for one, you calling them old. And for two, you saying old ass. And then you saying up. So I just really don't want no type of, like, no, listen. That I'm stuttering right now, but that part, that really threw me off because we chilling. Like, I didn't think he would really say that. And my uncle said, what you say? And he took off his shoe and he was like hitting us with the heel of his shoe. Like, dude, he just walked on the floor with his shoe though. Like, but he was hitting us with the end of the shoe, like really hitting us. I'm just thinking about it in my head and I can't get over it. We did a lot of crazy stuff down there, man. But I just couldn't believe he said that. Like, you really told this man that? I just knew, like, I was in trouble just because I was there. So I'm instantly thinking of the plan in my head. Like, I'm going to say it was somebody else. Or I'm going to say I wasn't there. I'm going to think of something to get me out of this. And, of course, I found nothing. So I ended up getting my butt whooped when I got back to the room. Thanks, cousin. Really did a lot for me that night. Speaking of cousins, staying on that topic, this is also the time of the year where you talk to your cousins that you haven't seen in forever and you give them false promises. You know, you got the cousin where you just always say, hey, man, you know, we got to kick it sometime, man. Hell yeah. And you know you lying and he know he lying too. You stay in Alabama. I stay in Cleveland. Nigga, I ain't seeing you till next year. And I might not even come. And it might not even be here next year. So let's just, you know, let's kick it. Let's have fun while we're here. And if we meet again, we meet again. It's like, you ain't even my real cousin. You stay in Alabama, I'm in Cleveland. You ain't my real cousin. You my, you just, I don't know what you is, but you ain't my real cousin. But man, we had so much fun. And it's like, he always... It's always a rapper. It's like somebody's rapping. Oh, I know a studio we can go to. Man, we need to do some music together. Man, we need to do some poetry together. Man, we need to do some. It's like we got to do something together. Why can't we just chill, man? Why can't we just enjoy the family reunion? tear some shit up, and then we go our separate ways. It's like we always got to do something together. You bought them J's? Man, we got to buy some J's together. Like, nigga, no, we don't. And the funny part is, after you lead a family reunion, let's say next year comes around, you realize, like, man, I ain't even talked on the phone with him for a whole year. Like, we ain't talked this whole time, but as soon as y'all see each other, the chemistry kick right back in. It's like, hey, remember what we did? You know, yeah, the ice throwing at the door. And the cousins you come with, you know, we just go back to our normal lives when we go back home. But as soon as that family time come back around, it's like, y'all know what we about to do. Now, the most uncomfortable part about family reunions, which I really shouldn't touch on, but it's just real, is, you know, you see the cousin. Now, this ain't me, but you see the cousin and then you give him like, damn, is that even my cousin? Like, dude, yes, that's your cousin, man. Like, you can't talk to her. Like, that's your real cousin. We ain't even real cousins. Okay. Let's find something else to do. Let's go play basketball or slap box or something, because you just taking it to another level. And man, that's another story also. But you always just see somebody like, man, is that really my cousin? It's like, yes, dude, that's really your cousin. I mean, she's here. And you be hoping like it's a friend or something, or hey, you got some friends? That's the shit I was into. We'd go down there, we'd get with our girl cousins we ain't seen and however long. Hey, what's up? Where your friends at? Or point us to the spot where, you know, y'all kick it. You and your friends kick it. Like that's the type of stuff that we was into. And we'd go to like the strip clubs and just have a night on the town, man, and just do whatever we could. Cause you know, it's a good feeling when you're around family and you could just have fun. And that's pretty much what I would like to do nowadays too. You know, I don't really have a lot of free time to really kick it with family. But if you got family in other states, cities, whatever it is, and y'all really enjoy each other's company, man, get with them and just have some fun, live a little bit. You know, don't gotta necessarily wait for the family reunion to try to kick it. You know, have some fun. Just when y'all get together, just make sure y'all don't tear shit up. Because that's what I'm into. But now that I'm older, I'm going to probably still tear some shit up. I will never learn. But think about that. What's some family experiences that you have, you know, at the family reunions? I know I'm not the only one that did some craziness because it's the family reunion. I mean, that's kind of like the norm, right? Get with family and do some stuff that you usually wouldn't do on a regular basis. Like, I wouldn't throw ice at people's doors and kick them and nigga knock and run through the hallways on different floors and stuff like that unless I was out of town. Just let me know what you think. Let me know about some family things that you do with cousins and not real cousins. Dear love, T. Shaw. I'm out of here.